What up? What up? What up? It's your man King Ray Ray. Welcome back to another episode of the King Ray Ray Show. As you can see, this is a men's ministry. You see it right up there. Salute to everybody in the building, man. I appreciate y'all being in the joint. Had a little technical difficulty getting ready today, man, but we back in the joint. We back in the joint. Had something going on. We don't know what it was, but it ain't going on no more. Here we is. There we be. Here we are. There we go. Salute to the brothers in the building, man. I appreciate y'all showing up for the show today. See, Kenara Roberts. Kenara Roberts said this title is bigger than the teaching we received from the Alpha. This is the Mecca of manhood. 100 BOA. Salute to you, man. Back for another banger. Salute King Will. The Swarthy Wizard. What up with you, cuz? Adrian Rodriguez, my brother. Salute to you. Salute to you. Robert Spoon. What up with your Spoon? Good to see you in the building. MPRG, I see you. Glow Hardy. What's good, brother? What's good? All right, man, let's get ready to do this. Let's get the people one more minute to get in here. I know the show's running a little bit behind today. That's on me. As I said, man, as I stated before, we had some technical difficulties, and we're back in the building now, man. We're ready to get it done. So I was trying another angle, man. I was going to try another angle. I think I am, man. Right now, we're shooting with the Sony A7 IV. We do all streams with the Sony A7 IV. And mostly we use the 35mm f1.4 G Master lens, which is what we're using now. But if I put it in crop mode and put my 20mm f1.4 on, or f1.8 rather, it'll turn us into 30mm, which is a little bit wider than this. And so the angle's a little bit different. We look a little bit farther back. It's the perfect setup, but I couldn't get the image right in camera right before the show. So I was like, I can't waste no more time on this. So let's get ready to do this, man. Today's topic: how to avoid fake people of God and identify their evil tricks. Now, what do we always say? Anybody can say, I'm down for you. I'm on your side. I support you. I ride for you. I got your back. I will never turn on you. Anybody can say that. But what do we judge people by? Their actions, not their words. If their words and actions don't match, you base your outlook on their motives, on their actions. Actions take effort. Words, a drunken man can say some words. You might not understand them all, but he'll sit there and talk to you blue in the face. Why? Because it's easy. Before children can do anything else, they talk. Even when you don't understand the sound, that that's talking. You just don't understand it. You want to put it to the test? Have maybe a baby that's about almost 1 year old, just starting to say some words, and then bring another baby around that's 18 months or 2 years old that can talk. And watch how many conversations they have. Watch how that toddler that's 2 years old can understand everything that 1 year old is saying, even when you can't. Because that toddler is not far removed from that language pattern. It's the same thing. People, we learn to talk before anything. So you have to judge people by their actions. Markel, what's good, young home? I see you. All right. The first thing I want you to understand, you have to have the mindset that no one wants to see you win. I mean, no one. See, here's what you do. You have that mindset and let people show you with their actions that they do want to contribute to you winning. I just assume no one wants me to win. Honestly, I assume no. That's why all of my live streams are members only. Because I believe anybody who's not a member don't want me to win. You know what I'm saying? That's my outlook. Now you may be just down for the cause, but when it comes to live stream, and when I say this about live stream, I don't mean win overall, but I know if you're a GLG member, you're not going to be in here trolling. Because those trolls like to troll, they rarely pay to troll. You know what I mean? And so I know that if you come through that gate, then I know that you are here, and it's not about you helping me succeed or me putting any burden on you or anything like that. It's the fact that I just know you're not going to try to hold me back. See, part of helping someone succeed is not getting in the way. The most important thing you could do to somebody that's on a mission is to stay out of their way. Don't impede the progress. And that's the main goal. That's the thing we look at the most. Spiritual OG royalty. So you got to remember that, because here's the thing, man. If you assume that people want to see you win, then you're more likely to believe everything they say that points to that, even if they're lying. When you believe in people, you believe their words. You can't lie to someone that don't trust your word. I mean, you can, but you can't deceive someone that doesn't trust your word. You know what I'm saying? If you can go to someone and say, hey, I need $500, I got to do this. And they be like, okay, all right, cool. If you go to someone else and they know you and they're like, I need $500, I got to do this right here. Okay, show me the receipt. Show me the paperwork. Let me see the paperwork for this ticket you got to pay. Let me see the paperwork for this fine you got to pay. Let me see it. Let me see the disconnection notice for your light bill that you got to pay. Let me see it. These are the types of things that happen. And so in the real world, we can do this. But when it comes to the people that are close to us and the people who have an effect on our lives or who can have an effect on our lives, we don't view them that way. We don't interact with them that way. You understand? We don't make them prove themselves. We don't make them prove themselves. And so a lot of people around you, they'll give you a bunch of lip service and you'll be sitting there going for it and you'll be carrying a load of people that don't even like you, man. You can't afford to have people around you that don't like you. Be by yourself before you have people around you that don't like you. Tell everybody to leave me alone before you be around people that don't like you. You can't afford to do that. GC, salute, salute. My squad representative. Ice Cold G, what up, G? Salute, my brother. The number 2 thing is people will try to batter your dreams like a ship slamming up to the coral reef in rough waters. They'll try to batter your dreams. See, there's a way to tell someone that they're going the wrong path without taking a dump on their choice to go that path. Yes, the wrong path, but God wouldn't tell me that way. So don't come with the word of God and try to, what they try to do, man, they try to kill your spirit by making you think you're so bad because you're doing this thing that God couldn't possibly be blessing you. There's no way God is blessing you. You made that one decision. God don't even bless. No. Or they try to get you to submit your spirit to things you know you shouldn't be doing. Like we tell you somebody you don't eat pork. Well, Peter had the meat in the blanket, and God said to him, no, you keep going where you're going, and don't worry about it. Everything I made is good, so you can eat it. They talking to you like you crazy, because that's not what that passage meant. It wasn't defining. It was using meat as a metaphor to define to this man that no, you should go and minister to all the people, not just the Jews, minister to the Gentiles too, so that they may have an opportunity to come over and live this life that you are teaching the people to live. But they'll try to throw that at you. And here's the thing, man. Nobody knows what God has for you. See, people will try to make you do what they want you to do. You remember when you was a kid and no matter how bad your parents were, they tell you honor your mother and father? I be like, you ain't a mother and father, you a mama and a daddy. He said on that mother and father. He didn't say on no mama and daddy. That's responsibility of a mother and father. If you didn't do them, then you ain't no, you a mama and daddy. That's different. And no matter who these people are, man, you got to understand, nobody knows God's plan for you. You don't even know it. You just following the lead. You don't know. He's telling you, hey, put that step, put 1 foot in front of the other and stay on this path. About 50 yards up, there's a left turn up there. Take it. You don't know where you're going. You just following directions. It's kind of like when you lose your Apple map. When you use your map and You looking and you going somewhere? Yes, you're going where the map telling you to go, but you don't know for sure if you're gonna arrive at the right destination until you see it when you pull up at it, right? It's the same thing, man. These people don't know what your mission is. They don't know what God got for you. The third way to avoid fake people and identify their evil tricks is anyone who's willingly and intentionally trying to stunt your growth. The negative naysayer, the people that always have something negative to say about no matter what. Man, I tell people all the time, it's so easy. In principle, I think it's easy for you to stop telling people what your plan is. Man, let me tell you something. I got so cold with it. I tell somebody what my plan ain't. I'll tell them a plan that I ain't even planning on doing so they can focus all their energy. They're going to focus on that. And then my real plan that I'm planning on, I just do it in peace. Here's the thing, brothers, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so stingy and selfish with my relationship with the Most High that I don't want to tell you what my plan is so you can start putting your prayers on it. Why? Because I don't know what kind of relationship you got with God right now. I don't know if He's going to answer your prayers right now. I don't know if you still trying to pay off the debt for some sin you done committed last week. I don't know what you're doing. And so I don't want your prayers to jump in here. If I get it, I want to get it because I was strong in my relationship with God. If I don't get it, I want to get it because I wasn't strong in my relationship with God. You understand? Because either way it goes, I have to know that I'm on the path I need to be on. And in order for me to know for sure that I'm on the path I need to be on, my mind needs to be the only one looking at that path. I don't need you to be, no, man, no, you shouldn't go that way. You sure God told you that now? I don't know, because that look like a dead end down there. Well, God told you go that dead end? I don't know. I don't think the Lord will tell you that. Man, you don't know what's at that dead end. That dead end could be a detour to keep fools like you from going down there. My spirit telling me to go. I'm going to a dead end, get to a dead end. It ain't dead end at all. Somebody got a big painting up at the end of the block, look like a dead end. All you got to do is go around the edge of it. Go around the edge of it, bam, you to the next level of life. But everybody who see it and see it as a dead end, they don't even turn that way. They don't even go down to the dead end. It's a narrow street. You can't do a 3-point turn down there. And these people got their driveway gated. You can't do nothing down there. So you pull the nose of your car down, back up, and head back the other way when you make a U-turn. You never go down to the end. But guess what I'm finna do? I'm going down to the end because people that keep telling me it's a dead end don't go down there. They ain't around me. Ain't nobody telling me don't go to the dead end. Because what's a dead end for you is a breadwin for me. You know what I mean? So, when you learn the right way to live life, that's the beginning of growth. And some people have learned the right way to live life and they still choose to do the things that they were doing. And so their growth is limited. And let me tell you something. If you're the best thing that ever happened in someone's life, you think they want you to grow away from them? If you're the best thing that happened in somebody's life, if you're their best chance at success, if your success is the best chance for them to have success, what do you think? You think they're going to just be honest with you if they don't like you? No, they're not. You think they're going to be honest with you if they don't believe in you? No, they're not. They're going to sit there, they're going to gaslight you, and they're going to pump your head up with false hopes that these people support you for real. And their energy of a non-supporter, hey, listen, man, will make your stay at the top a whole lot shorter. You got to keep those people around you, man. You got to keep them from around you. It doesn't benefit you to have them around. You know what I mean? I call them growth stunters. That's all they want to do, man. They just go around, man, stunt growth. Hey, wait a minute. No, you're tall enough. Stop growing. Whoa, wait a minute. Boy, you working out? Man, your arm's getting bigger. You might break no, you won't. Stop growing. Wait, you reading another book? You reading another, what's the name of that book? How many books you read? What? 20? This year? Okay, let's just get rid of all the books. Let's close all the libraries. You got to read this on your Kindle. Stop growing. Man, people want you to stop growing because when you stop growing, you stay where they are. And even if you grow a little bit, and then stop, you still aren't far away from them. They don't want you to grow to the point where they don't have access to you anymore. The worst thing that can happen to somebody that sees you as their gravy train, that sees you as their way out, is that they don't have access to you anymore. And I don't mean do this in a facetious way, like I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna show y'all. No, you ain't doing this. You ain't doing this to get no payback or nothing. You're simply doing what's best for your life. That's all this is. You're simply doing what's best for your own life. Nothing more. Nothing more. Would we all be so lucky that we knew that that's all we had to do? How much better of a place would the world be if everyone knew all you have to do is do what's best for you? Whatever that is, all you have to do is do what's best for you. And you got to remember too, people that are in bad situations in life, they want other people to be in those situations because they want to drink and drown their troubles, and they want somebody around that's just as broken as them. Because you're just as broken as them, then you're gonna always be in the situation they need you to be in to contribute to their self-sorrow, to their self-pity. And the bottom line with self-pity is this, man, none of us want to be involved in no self-pity. Listen, man, we ain't having no pity parties. Last pity party I went to, man, I got kicked out. They told me I wasn't pitiful enough. They told me, hey man, look, this is a pity party. You better get with the program. I said, man, look, if you're looking for me to get with the program, the pity party, man, I might well go ahead and hit the door. They said, well, go ahead and hit the door then. I said, all right, I will. And I hit the door, homies. That's what I did. I slid right on out that thing, man. Because that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, man, those people around you, they think they're doing something small, but they are potentially destroying your ability to grow. They are potentially destroying your ability to prosper. Because there's no guarantee that you're going to be able to pick back up once somebody comes along your life and stunts your growth. Even if you realize they're stunting your growth, you get away from them, you may just be stuck there forever. So with the 50-50 chance that you stuck there forever, doesn't it make sense just to not let that happen? You know what I'm saying? Doesn't it make sense just to not let someone stunt your growth? Not put someone in such close proximity to you that they can stunt your growth? It makes sense to me. Is my face in focus, man? I think my face is out of focus. I think it is. Y'all give me a minute, man. My face is out of focus. This whole time, my joint is out of focus. Let me fix these camera settings, man, and get my joint back in focus, man. My face is all the way out of focus. I ain't even know it, man. I ain't know my face is out of focus like that, homie. Y'all ain't told me that. I'm talking about the homies ain't told me nothing. Ain't told me they think. All right, I think that's gonna get us, man. I think that'll get us. My bad, homies. My bad. I had to do it. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. I gotta make sure we're gonna be in focus, dog. I gotta make sure. Now let me open that screen. I close the screen, boy. We can't have that. Let me tell you something, boy. That 874. One thing about it, that boy will overheat on you, man. The 874, man, one thing about it, boy, that boy overheat on you, man. You got to be careful. The 874 will throw some heat at you, boy. All right, there we go. Now I see that dot on my eye. See when that dot on my eye? Guarantee autofocus. All right, man, so let's get back into it. The number, and here's another thing. Those people they're likely to be dealing with things in their lives in a different way. That's why I don't deal with people, man, who stay inebriated. People who be drinking all the time or smoking on some or doing, man, I don't deal with those people, man, because I can't, speaking for myself, I can't afford to have that type of energy in my life. None of us can. The number 5 way to avoid fake people of God and identify their evil tricks is to avoid people who constantly try to convince you don't know God. Boy, you know how many people done try to tell me, I don't know God. I don't know God. Well, I tell you what, whoever delivered me from those situations I was in where nobody don't ever get delivered from, that's who I'm talking about when I say God. Whoever it is that was giving me that peace of mind when I was on that vow of Nazarite, that is who I'm talking about when I say God. Whoever giving me peace of mind for applying these statutes and commandments to my life and trying to live the best life I can, bruh, that is who I'm talking about when I be talking about God, bruh. That's it. So when people around you, man, they're always trying to get you to believe something other than what you believe. They're always trying to get you to worship something other than you worship. They're always trying to get you to read more. They're always trying to get you to add something to. No, bruh, I don't want that, man. My relationship with God is simple. Look in this book, apply these things to your life, live this way, honor me, don't have another God before me, and do your thing. Boy, listen, man, listen, it's a real simple thing. See, people want to treat your relationship with God like education. They want to treat it like the educational process where you keep reading more and more and more and more and more books. When you get licensed in something, you have to do what they call, I think they call NCUs. They're called continuation credits. You got to get continuation units, right? You got to get CCUs. You got to get continuation credit unions, right? Credit units in order to be certified again. Otherwise, you got to retest and do all that. But during, say, like the 2 or 3 or 4 year period when your license is valid, you have to get these CCUs. I think that's what they call CCUs. You have to get these things, and if you don't, you got to go through the process again. Your license is going to expire. And so everybody around, they try to treat having a relationship with God like school. Like, okay, you read this book, you finished this one, now go read this book, and then finish that one, and now go read this book. I don't need to have no more knowledge of God. I have enough. I don't need to have no more. I don't want no more. You understand? I want to take my ball and go home now. I don't want to play no more. I'm good. Because it's enough to continually meditate in this word. There's a bunch of words in the word of God. In this book, man, just the Old Testament, there's a bunch of pages and a bunch of words. You'll spend your whole life reading through that. And here's the thing. When you read through the first time, everything is a world of understanding. But there are some things you don't understand. You read through the second time, your first reading helps you understand some things this time that you never would have understood the first time. The third time, you're even more advanced. So it's levels to it, but it's levels to this book. You don't read this book and then move on to the next book. You ain't read, you ain't mastered this one yet. The word of God is not just something you read and then move on to read the next. This ain't a novel. That's some very pertinent information in here. You understand me? So you got to understand that people who are constantly searching for answers don't have any answers. Like everybody, well, you think about this now. You meet people, you think that they're just intellectual, inquisitive, inquiring minds, but people who are always looking for answers, all they have is questions. And even the answers they've gotten so far just leads to more questions. Bro, listen, let me tell you something. I don't question everything. If something don't make sense to me, I don't say, man, well, I don't. This got to be crazy. I'm just throw that away. Man, I'm not perfect. I'm not this. I'm not the most intelligent individual on the planet. I don't think. So there may be some things that I don't have. So for me, I don't have to understand it. It just has to make sense to me. You know what I mean? If it makes sense to me, bro, I'm good. I don't have to understand. I can find the understanding, but it has to make sense to me. And that's all I'm saying. You can't let people come into your life and try to make you believe that everything you believe don't make sense. Suddenly you've been believing this has been making total sense. Now you got somebody, don't you understand they work for the enemy of your success? What's the quickest way to stop a man who's rolling on the path that God want him on? Separate him from God. Easiest way. Only thing you can do, separate him from God. Make him start to doubt what his connection with God is built on. Make him start to doubt that God is even moving his life. Make him start to doubt that God exists. That's the main goal of those people. These people are followers. And they want you to follow them. Even though they know you're a better leader than they could ever be. It's one thing to have followers following you, but when you got leaders following you, I can imagine that's a little bit better feeling. The number 6 way to avoid fake people of God and identify their evil tricks. You have to embrace people who have proven that they are true supporters of you, that they have true love for what you're doing, that they truly believe that you are who you say you are, that you're doing this for the reason you say you are, and they don't mind contributing whatever they can contribute. Sometimes it's resources. Sometimes it's financial resources. Sometimes it's time resources. Sometimes it's informational connection resources. You never know what it is, but it's always something. And I want y'all to understand that. You have to embrace those people because they don't come often. People that show and prove that they down for you, they don't come often. They just don't come very often. When you see them coming, you can feel the energy on them. Sometimes they don't have to do that. You can just feel the energy on them. You know their energy is good. And that's the goal. It's better to have 2 positive energy people around you than to have 10 people around you, 2 unpositive energy, but the other 8 are negative energy. Why are they there? Because you want to be popular? So you're going to have some negative energy people around you because you want to be popular. That is how you get taken into the abyss by the evil tricks of those who don't really worship God, man. You can't do it. And then you have people who only act like they down for you and really, they know that there's a benefit, and eventually their connection to that benefit is going to come to you. At some point, someone who wants to simply benefit off their connection to you, they're going to have to put that on the table at some point. And when somebody put it on the table like that, you look at what they've contributed. You understand? Sometimes someone contributes enough to be able to get what they want out of the situation. But most time people who think like that don't. They want to guilt trip you into, doing something. Well, man, you could help a brother out. You could do all this, man, blah, blah, blah. I had somebody with 300 subscribers, man, come in my DM, man, tell my man, can they interview Dr. BOA? I'm like, huh? No. That's not going to happen. It don't make sense. It's not a mutually beneficial situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So I want y'all to understand that, man. I want y'all to understand that this is what people will do. And those people are enemies of your success and your life. They don't really care. They don't really care. They're fake people of God, and they'll come around you and give you fake positive energy. That's why you got to have the peace of mind. You got to have the space and peace around you to be able to look at people when they're talking. You can have so many people around you that you got people talk to you. You ain't even looking them in the face. Man, when you talking to me, I want to look you in the face. I want to see what the expression is on your face when you're talking to me. That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? I think we all should. The number 7 way to avoid fake people of God and identify their evil tricks is keep your eyes on anyone who sees you as the bag. You have to. You just have to, man. Like anyone in your life who views you as that, you had to compartmentalize them as someone who doesn't support you. You understand? They support you based on what that support gets them. You understand? They support you for a payout. Listen, bro, I don't want support. I ain't paying for no support. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't paying for no views. I ain't paying for no likes. I ain't paying for no shares. I ain't paying for none of that. My bad. Getting summertime, man. These boys going crazy. It's getting hot out here. It's too hot. It's getting hot out here, man. So I want y'all to understand that, man, because you got to understand this. Those people wouldn't deal with you if you weren't on. Though I want you to understand, the people who view you as the bad would not deal with you if you weren't on. Many people find this out, and I don't want you to find that out. See, when I say these things, I don't want you to test them out. Don't say, well, that may happen to you, but it probably won't happen to me. And then go put yourself in a situation where it's undoubtedly going to happen to you. And then when it happens to you, you be thinking back, feeling real regretful and fretful about yourself because you heard better. Deep down inside, you felt it was better, but you let something else get in your way. And that's what happens when you allow people with bad energy around you. Your energy gets weak. You start to develop this subconscious need to have people's validation. Let me tell y'all something, brothers. When you get to the point in life where you get a satisfaction from other people's validation, where you have to keep trying to chase it, it's crazy, man. That's not the way. It's not going to work out good for you. Because you got to think about it, man. Every single relationship you have may be over when you get to your goal. But you're building new relationships along the way. By all the relationship you've grown to love and trust, man, they're probably gonna be over. You know, this isn't a thing where people from a certain point can transition with you. And then, ain't nobody just coming along. You got to have a skill. But as you elevate up the ladder, how many people have a skill that's beneficial to you? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here, man. So I want y'all to understand that, man. You just gotta be prepared. I wrap my mind around the concept that every relationship I have could fail at any moment. I just wrap my mind around that concept. And the ones that don't, hey man, those are the ones I cherish. The ones that do, I knew it, I told you. The number 8 way to avoid fake people of God and identify the evil tricks is people will change. You know, they say money changes you. Nope. Money changes people. Some people, you could help them with money and they'll still hate because you got the money. They'll feel like they should have the money helping you and they'll take it out on you and have animosity toward you because you're the one that's helping them instead of the way what we talked about earlier, thought it was going to be. That ain't the way it goes. Dr. Lee the Chosen, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for the guidelines, brother. The vow going. Salute. Hey, man, keep at it, bro. Keep at it. Keep going with it. So I want y'all to understand that, man, when people become someone else, when you get money, you're like, man, what would they do if they got money? What would they do if they got money? Man, they would go off, bro. You wouldn't be able to predict what they're going to do. They'd be so unpredictable at that time. And so you just got to think about it, man. People hanging on, people just coming around. They just, man, listen, people you don't hardly see, man. No, people you probably ain't seen it. If you ain't seen somebody over a year and they come around, man, and dap up like everything is cool, y'all don't talk or nothing, bro, I ain't with that. I don't know who you've become in the past year. I don't know what you've dealt with. I don't know who your enemies are. I don't know none of that. And so you got to keep in mind, man, that those people are there for one reason. They're there to destroy what you're building. They have no other purpose. They have no other, they may be nice, they may be fun to hang out with, they may be whatever, but then as your mind clears, you start to realize that wasn't fun at all. Because you hanging out with them, you got a session, or you got to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning, you hanging out with them at 2. You don't get home till 3. Try to squeeze you a quick cat nap in, and then you got to go to work. Now you sitting there miserable, they don't work, they at the crib. You have to be around people with like minds, like motivation, like drive, like determination. If not, somebody around you is going to be an anvil around your ankle. They're going to be dead weight. And none of us, man, none of us really want to be walking around carrying no dead weight. None of us do. I don't. You don't either. None of us want to be walking around carrying no dead weight, man. Dead weight for what? What we want to carry dead weight for, bro? Help me understand it. People come around you. Some people come for better. Some people come for worse. If they come for the better, you know what they are. They'll leech. If they come for the worse, they just waiting. They want to see you falter. They may not contribute to it, but they want to see it. They want to see you falter. They want to see you fall off. They want to see you touch the ground. But you're going to show them because you're going to stay focused. You're going to keep those type of people out of your midst. You're going to focus on the positive energy around you, and you're going to focus on reciprocating that positive energy back out into the atmosphere so you can keep getting it back in return. And y'all can have a positive energy song and dance going on. You understand me? That's what the goal is. That's what the goal is. And so a lot of time we put ourselves in situations unknowingly. We invite the people around us who don't mean us no good. Matter of fact, sometimes we invite them to stay. God be trying to move them out of your life. You hold on to them. Baby, hold on to me. See, I'm a special kind. That's what you tell them. And you just keep holding on. The people are damaged. You can tie them directly to the damage in your life. You still trying to hold on. But that's how you're wired when you don't start from day one. Every day, the first thing you must do is remember that you got to protect yourself. Is remember that you got to love yourself. Is remember that you got to motivate yourself. Is remember that you got to do all of these things for yourself. And so you don't have time to let other people start your day for you. You don't have time to let other people impede on your progress for you. You don't have time to let other people tell you that what you're doing isn't going to work. Tell you that what you're doing can't get funded. To tell you what you want to do. Nobody's ever done it before. So what makes you think, man, listen, you have to avoid those type of people at all times. I don't deal with negative people. So the group of people I deal with is very diverse. You know what I'm saying? Business owner from the hood, made good. Older white couple, country couple, just good old country boy and girl, good old country boy family. Doing good, millionaires. Older couple, much older couple. Been married 20 years. Living well. And you know what? They have all proven themselves to not be enemies of my success. They have all shown me that they're not enemies of my success. Famo, salute. Ain't no doubt, bro. Hey, do your thing, bro. Do your thing, man. Do your thing, man. I was just on that do a little bit earlier, bro. Do your thing, man. Black Barbie, appreciate the 3-bone super sticker. So, all right, man. So, another thing I want to tell y'all is this, man. You have to stay away from people that don't have a relationship with God. I'm not talking about they go to church I'm talking about don't have a relationship with God. See, when you have a relationship with God, you know what happens? You know it's him punishing you when you do wrong. You know it's him guiding you when you do well. You know it. That's a relationship with God. People who don't have a relationship with God, they can't govern themselves. They can't govern their actions. They can't govern their desires. They can't govern their hate. They can't govern it, and so they can't cover it. And so at some point, they got to let you know what it is. And you're going to find out that, man, hey, you don't have a relationship with God. What are we doing here? That's why I just say, man, a woman got to already not be eating this and already not be drinking that and already not be doing this and already not be hanging here when I meet her. I'm not finna fix none of that. That's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum requirement for me. Bare minimum requirement. That's just it. I don't want to hear nothing else. That's the way it's got to be with me. That's the way it got to be. Now, I don't know what it got to be with anyone else, but with me, that's the way it's got to be. If you don't have a relationship with God, I ain't dealing with you, because here I am. I'm a godly man, and so I'm going. If you're gonna deal with me or be with me, then God gonna be talking through me to you every day. So if you don't have a relationship, you're gonna think it's just me talking. I know. No, you need to understand. So you need to have that. You need to know that. So if I'm telling you, if I'm trying to, tell you, hey, look, go do that this way, or, call these people, or put it that way and it'll work better, or send it that way and they'll get it faster. And no, man, I ain't got time for that, because you can't follow God. You certainly can't follow me. You certainly can't follow me. So when people don't have a true relationship with God, man, they lack morality. Anybody who lacks morality just doesn't have a relationship with God. Maybe they don't believe in God. I don't know. Maybe they don't have an understanding of God. Maybe they don't know God. Let's put it like that. Because we don't believe in God. Maybe they don't know God. And if that's the case, I understand you don't know him. But you better get to know him. Because there's a bunch of us out here that aren't going to accept you coming around us not knowing. We got to have that protection for ourselves. So you want to come around, you got to show us that you with the protection crew. You got to be with you got to be with the security crew to make sure that we're secure around him. That's what you got to do. All right, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all in here too long, man. I want to run down that thing, man, right quick, man. Come in here, man. Jake, give y'all some King Ray Ray action, man. I know we ain't been in here. It was a couple of days ago when we came in here last, man. We back up in the joint tonight. Hey, y'all be looking, man. Yo, man, I had some things going on, man. So I got a huge drop for y'all, man. Y'all just wait. Y'all set on you. Make sure you got your notifications set, man. So when I drop the thing in the community tab, y'all will know it. So let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. Famo. GC, salute to y'all, man. Mod Squad representatives. Let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. Everybody with the donations, I appreciate you. Y'all put God first. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding the ground, my brothers. Peace.